So the debut of NXT 2.0. Well, they're going to say 2.0, but the competition season was the first one, and then NXT Triple H was 2.0, and this is 3.0. But they're not going to do that because they don't like big numbers. So they're going to call it NXT 2.0. Probably in their mind, NXT competition was in NXT 0.0 or 0.1, and then NXT Triple H was 1.0, and this is 2.0. I'll probably be dead by 5.0. I don't know. But overall, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. The look and aesthetic of it. The fans are almost around the entire arena now. It gave me a Saturday night main event. Not main event there. It was WCW Saturday Nights feeling with the round set kind of thing. Get, like the fans are like all around the arena kind of thing, which AEW should have done to make it different. But I don't know how the new AEW Dark looks like. Hold on a second. Let me look and see if it's up on YouTube yet. So AEW Dark is up. The new AEW Dark there with the it's the Universal Studios one. I've seen behind the scenes stuff of what it looks like, but seeing it in action is definitely better than that. Obviously, it looks okay. It looks different enough. It gives AEW Dark a definitive different feel than Dynamite, which is great. So that's the separation from the stage and the ring. Definitely reminds me of the way NXT a week ago used to look. Yeah, definitely the way it used to look. Without the graphics on the screen above, which was a nice touch in NXT. They don't have that. They have banners to fill out the space, which is fine. Overall, it looks like it looks fine. Nothing wrong with it. It looks clean. Nothing really wrong with it. So, yeah, back to NXT 2.0. The first thing I thought was, okay, so what kind of new people are going to throw in my face? Like, what kind of new people are going to be in there? I'm like, okay, this should be really interesting. And then the first one was Brearker, Rick Steiner's kid, which they sneakily sent on commentary as a dog-faced gremlin. I'm like, yeah, so they snuck in a Rick Steiner reference in there, so that was something. It was like a nudge after it was over. He said dog-faced gremlin, and then was like, silence. And then back to the stuff like, They're not going to mention that in the air. They just said that for old school fans. He beat Eli Drake. Eli Drake and him had a little promo in the beginning. It makes me wonder, what's going to happen with Eli Drake, because he got pinned by this new kid, and he got pinned in the main event, the wrestling main event for the NXT Championship. He hasn't been on a big winning streak either. He's lost quite a bit of matches. He lost to the recently retired Jake Atlas as well. So I wonder what's going to happen with his future. But overall, it's not going to be too bad for LA Knight because he's doing his job well. Crowds into him. That I saw Hit Row doing their thing in the back. They have a new. And it looks brighter lit. Their studio looks brighter lit. Everything looks brighter lit in the new NXT 2.0. The stuff that happened with InDeX and their montage of the cool stuff that happened in their relationship, that was awesome. I like seeing all that stuff together again. And then they had some showcase with the girls. The girls had a really good match. Had a really good. I think it was a 6-man tag, woman tag, whatever you want to call it nowadays. Yeah, they had a really good match. Probably shouldn't get that is awesome. Really intense stuff there. Mandy Rose had a new look in there. It looks fine. I don't really care in the end. She looks. I need those thighs anywhere. You can take up the hood, tie your back, but I know those thighs anywhere. It's all over Wrestle with the Plot. It was a good tag match. It was a really good tag match. Just chaos everywhere. B-Rad finally had a match on NXT. It was short and quick to hide her weaknesses. Obviously, it was like a minute or whatever. It was like May Ying level of quickness. Everything that I thought she would do, she did. But it was fine. Nothing really horrible. Just nothing good either. Um, yeah, overall, the wedding segment at the end, that shit was crazy. My reaction to it's going to be in the channel in a while. If it's not there already, I don't know how this YouTube thing works. But yeah, my reaction just disgustingly wow. I was jumping up and down. It was really cool stuff there in that wedding. I knew the little cues that was going on there. I don't know what the Japanese guy was doing with the whole I got a wedding ring underneath. I don't know what that was about there. I never saw him connect to any members of the way. I don't know what his deal was, but eh. So yeah, it was overall not that bad of a segment. It was yeah, definitely not that bad. I popped for everything. I'm not gonna lie, I popped for everything. The axe, him choking out the priests, the little nuances with Candice LeRae doing her unapproval look in her eyes. Yeah, I was having a blast. I was looking at everybody's chemistry and their body language. There was it was very cool to see. So that was definitely a highlight for me. What was better, Biggie? This segment with the wedding was definitely produced perfectly well. There was nothing wrong with this one at all. If Bobby Lashley had a legit reason why he was limping, then I would give the nod to Big E winning the championship, the nod. But since the wedding had so many things that could have gone wrong, and everything went absolutely right, you got Beth Phoenix in there. You brought her in there. Austin Theory came back out of nowhere. He was not there for a month. You brought him back for the wedding. That was cool. Damian Priest was there. Sheesh. You had the dead zombie that Dexter killed was the dead rep that he killed, the zombie form. He was there. I'm like, they got everybody involved who should have been involved in this thing. Very, very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. So, production wise, the way it could have gone wrong, but it was filmed so well. The whole axe reveal. Everyone had a problem with them being married. Everything could have gone wrong. The way Biggie cashed in was relatively easy to produce, but this could have gone wrong so many ways, and they got everything perfect. All right, so that was my review of NXT 2.0. Overall, not that bad of a show. Not that bad. I didn't think I didn't. When I heard that Vince and Bruce were going to be involved, I was like, oh boy, here we go. Maybe they weren't so involved this week there, maybe more other weeks. But that wedding segment at the end, if you told me that they produced that, I would call you a fucking liar. That wedding at the end had to have been Triple H Shawn Michaels produced. It was so well done. I didn't pop big or whatever, huge at the end like I did for Big E, but throughout the entire thing, for a long segment that was, I popped for virtually everything. It was so cool to see. And for a fan of InDeX, it couldn't have been better. That InDeX wedding, no one interrupted or whatever with the usual thing. Speak now or forever hold your peace thing, and someone comes down the aisle or nonsense. None of that nonsense. It went off well without a hitch. Until Dexter killed the priest or whatever. Yeah, none of the usual shenanigans. So many things could have gone wrong when it comes to that. But yeah, I enjoyed that segment very much. So I got to give the nod to that one. On Dynamite today, it's 1 a.m. for me. I don't see anything being better than the Big E or the InDeX thing this week, or on Rampage. It's not going to happen. Or an Impact. It's not going to happen. I already saw ROH this week. It's not going to happen. All right, that's it for now. Clack off. Yeah. Ooh.